consider Alain Babillon being the John O'Hagan of France, and perhaps the French consider the reverse. But great players, perfect gentlemen and sportsmen, and so this should be a fun match. Now, quickly, over on Stream 2, beginning shortly, Phil Simborg will be hosting a match, undefeated bracket match, between Tony Bernaba of Lebanon and Johan Benell of Sweden. So 2 great matches here tonight. This second chance round match is an 11-pointer. It is an 11-pointer, and the undefeated bracket is a 17-pointer. Now here, of course, on Stream 1, we have a live XG feed. So allows us to see what the computer would do, more or less. So anyway, here we go. Let's get going. John is playing the white checkers on the top, along the black checkers on the bottom. 6-5 to play. He has acquired a forward anchor, developed a forward anchor in John's home board, and the beginnings of a structure on his side. He's going to try to make a break for the moment. A little bit of an error. XG would like you to run to the deuce or bring 2 down. So let's see what Alain, he wants to get away now. Take his chances of escaping. Now, as y'all know, that I try to run a very interactive commentary operation. So I do monitor the chat line. So if you have questions, comments, critiques, suggestions, whatever, feel free to mention, to type those in, and I'll try to address them as I can and as appropriate. So he comes with a 2 down, which is effectively, the 2 best rolls were effectively even. So he made a correct play there with negligible, if any, error. Comes in with a 3. Now he's going to start slotting his own 3. Okay, John. Now with the XG feed, of course, we have pip counts available to us, and we can see the PRs, we can see the preferred plays, and what have you. So a little bit of a advantage over the other stream that does not have the XG feed. So Alain has perhaps the better structure in his home board, but he's got 3 checkers back. John has escaped all of his checkers, so he has a 20-pip racing lead at the moment, and correctly doubles. Alain correctly takes, and so now we're playing for 2 points. Very well played so far, but a very small sample of moves. 6-3, he's going to, well, he could run to the mid. Running to the mid is correct. There's some tendency he'd like to make that 3-point, but he probably doesn't need it immediately. So he'll run, as was correct. John, 4-3. So off to a good start. 3-2. Gets to make that 3-point. He'll make it now as the 3-2 by John. He'll just make the 3-point likely. A little bit of an error, but none of the plays there were a huge differential. 5-4 for Alain. He can slot the 2. And pardon my French, not to abuse a term, but I'll probably stumble over Alain's first name. throughout the evening. So please excuse me. I perhaps would be better served calling him Mr. Babillon. But okay, here we go. That's correct. Play 6-2. Now he's 15 pips behind, but he's all in over there. He's has 2 stripped points that aren't in his home board. So a little bit of inflexibility in his play. Okay, 5-4. He's going to make the or go to the 2-point. 4-2. So, well, he might. Two down is correct, and he plays it correctly. John double aces, so he can advance somewhat. Still has that 18 pip lead. 4-2 from Alain. Okay, John pay now, probably leaving just the 7. XG wants you to clear the 7. You can clear the 11 and 0.02 error. So these two guys are very accomplished players. John was actually in I think 2005 a finalist here in Monte-Carlo. He lost to I'm drawing a blank on his first name, but American Carlson. From a commanding position, John lost the championship. 3-4. So pretty even race. John has 4 pip advantage. They both have superb structures. So this is, for the short term at least, going to be a dice rolling contest. 3-1. John takes 2 in. So now he lost in that pip count exchange, but it's still just a 3 pip differential. Alain takes 1 in and 1 off. John hopes to get at least 1 large number here. Gets the 1 large number and can take a checker off. So now it's, 1.4 EPC differential, 6-4. Alain, of course, 2 checkers ahead and has better distribution, but that cures that problem. Double 5s, 20 pips advance, and 3 off. So he's 2-2-2. He's a little bit of a advantage here. 5-1, misses on one portion of that. Three, 5, 2 off. A pretty straightforward game to this point. Straightforward bear off to this point. Five, 4. Now he's in the position. He's got 2 bare points, so he could have a miss in his near future. Alain hadn't missed yet, but he too likely will miss within the next roll or 2. John rolls a 5-4, so he has 5 checkers. So John, assuming Alain's is going to miss one here. He's 3 checkers, but advantage to John. Thank you, Tara. Okay, so Alain 6-3. Six, 3, 6 off is sizably correct. He plays it correctly. Gigi's in the house. Matt Cohn Guy is in the house. There it is. John O'Hagan snatches 2 points. But look at this play. One game, small sample, relatively easy game, but Alain played 0-2-5, O'Hagan 176. So a very nice display on that first game. Now, as I said, Phil has over on the stream 2 undefeated bracket match of Tony Bernaba from Lebanon, Johan Benell from Sweden, both just PR monsters. So that should be a very good and entertaining match. Okay, 2-0 O'Hagan. Here we go again. 6-1 makes the bar. Okay.
Stop by saying hello.
Huh?
Stop by saying hello.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes the 4 point. John had brought them both up, and Alain is makes the 4 point. John gets the 2-6 from the bar, and hits the blot on the 8. 3-6. So Alain comes out to the 18 point. A little small error. Excuse me, small error there. 5-3 by John can make the 3 point, putting a checker into the air. Dance. Now it's interesting, of course, both these guys, in addition to being just superb elite players, are, with no disrespect, old grizzled veterans too, so they're not going to get rattled or shaken or emotional in any way. They've been playing all their lives effectively, so we shall see. Okay, he's got a 17 pip lead. Pretty good no redouble. He's just he's got the heavy lead, but he hasn't developed too much right now. Only has a 2 point board. Correctly decides to roll on. 6-5 hits, puts a second in the air. So now the question is, do you hit on the ace or do you run out? Running out is XG's preference. Four, 3, only one in now. John's going to get to ponder this situation. He's got a 32 pip lead, a lot of potential of various sorts, and sends it. Now, with John's limited board structure, only a 2 point board, only, 9 in the zone? Comparatively easy take from XG's perspective. So let's see what Alain thinks about this. He's going to let it go. So that's going to take his PR all the way from 0.2 to 2.2. So, man, hate to see somebody make that big a blunder. And teasingly, Bill says. So, anyway, 3-0 John. John gets the opening 6-1. Sure. You want to sit on this side might be better. Going to be joined by a good friend and excellent commentator from Belgium, Michel Lamotte.
Hi, Bill.
Thanks for joining in.
Okay.
A couple of gentlemen you're probably very familiar with.
With the two players?
John O'Hagan and
Sure.
Alain Babillon.
Yes. Alain. Yeah.
Alain.
Yeah, I played Alain Babillon in the semifinals a couple of years ago in Paris. Okay. How has it been going?
Well, it's been all John's way, pretty much. They're both playing right around 2.
Okay. Wow.
John's up to 3 now, but
Okay.
Kind of plays itself on the double six.
Okay, anchoring, I guess.
Another set of sixes, moving a lot of freight, but he's still got these two guys who are somewhat stranded back there by themselves.
Yeah, could get into timing trouble. Could we double slot here? Or is that too rich?
I think it's probably necessary almost, huh? He'd like to build a bit of a board before
yes,
he
it's
perhaps gets a shot. And XG does prefer the double split or double
nice.
slot, but
This
he
is too
doesn't want to
stiff.
volunteer another checker.
Yeah, time to run. I think
it'd
now is
be-
the time with the blot board.
Yeah, it's two blots to run. If it were a 10 or an 11, he might certainly run, but doesn't quite reach.
Wow.
So
that's a bad one.
that's a bad-
mistake.
171 error on the. Not going to see John make many of those.
No, it's out of character. Wow, that was a very unexpected and
John's usually a little bit more deliberative, and
yes,
he seemed to play that rather quickly for him, perhaps.
yes.
And it was such a key position in this particular
yes.
game.
He didn't take a moment. He just played it as if he were playing Blitz or something. And it was a, what was it, 170?
Yes, 171.
See, now he is horribly...
They're really
horrible-
stranded now.
Yes, horrible timing issues.
And Alain has can sustain this position for another roll or two, probably.
Yeah, some people might consider cubing a bit speculative, but
Well, he's down by 48 pips still.
yes, but that's to his advantage.
No double.
No, it's big. It's big. Yeah,
Big
too
no double.
speculative. Wow, but
Whoa.
he does give it.
Now it's even larger error by Alain.
Yes. Gee. Okay, now any six is bad. Wow, 3-6. Okay.
Yeah, that's ones, fives, and sixes. He does have a blot in interior, and
Okay.
he's going to
Good hit.
he's going to leave that blot on the interior. So he's got a hit, I think.
Do you lift or not? Is the question.
Whether he could lift, yes.
I think you should. You don't want to be, I think.
Well, and XG says you should.
Okay.
4-2,
Okay. XG
Yeah.
is pretty quick.
and that's by a large margin. Lift it.
Yeah, I think you can't afford to get hit against a 5-point board. It will be too big a swing. Yeah, lift or not are very often tricky decisions.
Okay,
Let's
so I
see
mean
if Alain-
that's the given part of it, right?
Yes.
Now it's a question of what do you do with the two?
I think, yeah, good,
Correctly
well,
lifts,
good,
yes.
good. Well played. Ooh, look
Oh,
at
that's
this.
just
Wow,
brutal,
the
brutal.
horrible.
The,
Jeez.
the cracking entry.
Wow. Okay. So once again, do you leave the bar point slotted or?
I think
Oh,
I
now you
do
can,
with
yeah.
that John has 2 9-point. He only has a 4-point board.
Right. And a blotting board.
And I think you stay back to pick up the third checker as
I
well.
agree.
So,
I agree.
so this is the obvious
Oh,
play.
no. Look, computer says you should lift the blot from 7. We were both wrong.
But he got away with it. Well, he gets hit. But let's see if he
Alain
can.
can't afford to dance.
And it dupes the 6, which is one of the covering numbers.
Gee. Wow.
6-6.
Wow.
Whoa. That is
what a massive
brutal.
turnaround.
Or what that's why they call it the cruelest game, is it not?
Brutal is the word.
It's Ilja Tardine saying hello to his fellow countrymen.
And lift. John is close to recube. Or, well, he's
Or
still
he
too
could
good.
play on, huh?
Yeah, I think this is still a play on, but I'm not sure. This is a quick decision on my part.
Too good.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, it is. I miscounted, so he...
Wow. Alain must be shattered mentally.
And as bad as that is, I mean, the
Look, he forgets to
one.
enter.
I mean, he's in serious jeopardy of getting gammon here.
Yes. Gee.
It's 8, 11, 12 crossovers to get off.
Wow. That's a miraculous escape from John.
Incredible. And it goes back to that, which 2 do you play, right?
Yes.
And he played the XG play. No, he didn't.
No, he
It
didn't.
was
He
on
could
the-
have lifted the block from the 7 to
Right.
the 4.
You know, and
he
that was
didn't.
on the double plus rollout. On the original analysis, it wanted you to play
Oh,
4-2.
okay.
And then he ran it at a
Ah.
little higher degree of analysis.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
What's the question?
I don't know.
What's your question?
Wow. But this is a shocking reversal of fortune.
Yes, and on top of a 3-0 lead anyway.
Yes.
What question was it?
We don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Mark. Underneath 17, 16, 11, 6. Question mark.
Oh,
There's question mark?
yeah.
Wow.
He's
This was
talking about on the XG analyses, it's not
Okay.
showing the winning percentages and gammon percentages and so forth. It just has question marks.
I mean, Alain had such big chance
Wow.
to take a 4-3 lead, and it all went downhill suddenly. It all went south, as you say, right? It went south. Is that an American expression?
Yes,
It went south.
it went south.
Where does that come
It-
from?
I'm not totally sure. But that one was the perfect example.
Yeah.
You know, and it's interesting, those question marks is what she's talking about for winning percentages, gammon percentages.
Ah, yes. Oh, yeah, that's strange. Yes.
So, okay.
Well, Alain must be devastated mentally because this was a gigantic chance to.
Yeah, and
get 4
you go
points.
from, well, it was a, what, 6-point swing?
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe even 8.
Yeah, more.
And
Instead of being 4-3 up, he is 7-0 down.
Yeah.
An 8-point swing. Gee.
so that is just, and in a comparatively short match, certainly from this score, now,
Crucial.
it was huge,
Yeah.
just huge.
He couldn't exploit John's mistake because John made a big mistake there somewhere.
He took the cue. What?
What was that? I don't remember.
I don't even remember now. It's 171 error. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
recall what it was.
No, me neither.
Oh, he didn't run that one checker. Oh, he was
Yes,
supposed
from
to
the
run.
bar
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
He
yeah.
could have run from the bar
Yes,
point with a
correct.
6-3 or something.
Correct. Yeah.
That was a very strange mistake for John to make. (6-2).
Yeah,
Do you
John
just-
is spending an inordinate amount of time on this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's just, well, with this lead in that position, there's no way he's thinking of cubing this, I don't think.
No, but he hasn't he rolled?
Oh, he has rolled, I guess. So then it's the 2-6. What do you do with
Question
it? Right?
is, do you play 13-5 or do you split? Or do you play 13-7 and split? I don't really.
I don't know.
13-7 and split is one of the best
what-
moves here.
Yeah, XG wants to come out,
Mm-hmm.
out and down. And this here we're in the, what is it, 4th game, and O'Hagan is +5 luck. Just,
Yes. Okay. Running.
Yeah, I know. No, I know it's not.
Okay, thank you. Okay, knows everything.
he's in, but he's going to be attacked immediately if John has any opportunity.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And there's the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Okay. You got rid of the question marks, got the numbers back. Okay.
Well, that was one of the biggest reversals I have seen
In some time. That
in
was
a couple of days.
huge, wasn't it?
Gee. A big blunder, and instead of being punished for it, he got rewarded.
And that's what can be so terribly, I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Frustrating.
Frustrating, aggravating, debilitating almost.
Yeah. And now he's too good.
Now he's too good.
Yep, covers the deuce
Oh, it-
points.
It has gone from raining to pouring now, I think, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and this, as experienced a player and as good a player as Alain Babillon is, I mean, this takes a lot of discipline to stay in this match and attempt to come back. Because it's, in all likelihood, he's going to be down 9-0.
Yep. Yes. But we have seen some great comebacks already in the
We
past
have seen
days.
some-
Yesterday,
What,
when Oliver Squire was 12-0 down.
Justin Noel was up 12-0 and lost.
Yes. I heard Jason Pack was up 15-4 in his first round match and lost.
Oh,
So it can happen. But there's even backgammon danger here.
well, it's been
I don't know, maybe 6% or something?
For many of the very elite players, it's been a brutal first 2 days.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, unusual. Mm-hmm.
very much so.
Quite
You
shocking.
see, you know, Sanders out, Mochi's out, Akiko's out,
Mitch is out.
Nietzsche's out. I mean, just
Thomas Tenland is out.
Tinlin's out, Petco's out.
Oh,
It's just
name them. Yep. Yeah, the sharks have eaten each other.
well, you know, and this is no disrespect to anyone. Both of these matches we have tonight are great matches, but it's been a little bit difficult throughout the 2 days to choose some good matches because so many of the best players lost early on.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you end up with, you know, a majority of the better matches are in the second chance bracket rather than the undefeated bracket.
Yes. Zdeněk Zizi,
I'm sorry.
Zdeněk Žižka was also out
Yes,
quickly.
exactly.
But
I
he
mean,
is
it's-
fighting. He's fighting
Just-
in the fighters.
It's just brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, only a high set or a big set would
Quickly.
give. No, it's not happening for the moment. Alain would like to dance.
Yeah, he probably has more hope in getting a shot here than he does in saving the race. So you're right. He would have preferred to dance.
Yeah. Okay.
He was probably only one dance from perhaps having to worry to get backgammon on the thing. You know, it's
9-0. Gee.
okay. So again, it's backgammon. Alain is a very good player, very experienced player.
Seasoned.
He's been here before.
A seasoned old warrior.
Yeah. So I doubt that. I doubt that it's over.
Okay.
Philippe, yes, I mentioned Petco. Petco is now Tapio Palmroth. It's a shark's a fish too. So
So we could be looking at a quickie here. But Alain is not so desperate that he turns the cube right away. Quite a lot of people, when the opponent is 2 away, turn the cube, right away, which is not good. You should
No,
at
I mean,
least
you-
give your opponent a decision.
you concede to make it easy for them.
What's this? You double 4. You can make the he came in. Okay.
Who?
Okay. Yeah, sometimes these double 4s in the opening play fantastically, and sometimes they play awkwardly.
Oh, the double twos,
Yeah. Okay.
just and to the 11. Yes.
And of course, John is never going to double in a gammonish position. This is
Yeah,
a
that
dream
is a-
scenario for John.
Pretty much a dead cube scenario from
Yeah.
John's perspective.
John is playing on. Okay, what to do? You can slot the bar or you can jump out to the 18, I think. Or you can do something completely different, namely coming up and playing 11-6. Okay. It's all very close. It's difficult to commentate when the XG feed is a
It
step
does.
ahead of us.
It
It's like,
is. Some people like it. A lot of viewers like it. Some don't. But commentators, I find it is distracting.
yeah, I feel it too now. You try to figure out what to do and the underlying reasons for a certain play, but there's the solution right away in the corner of your eye.
Well, that's like I know a good friend of mine, Roberto Litzenberger, in the States, very good player.
I know.
And he says he hates streams with XG feeds. He wants to hear people like yourself and
Sure.
other expert players what your opinions are, what your thought processes are. And he said, I can analyze positions later.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, when XG feed is present like this, commentary almost becomes redundant or
it's a-
or
yeah, it's a-
superfluous.
Like a reporter reading a script.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or an actor reading a script or whatever.
Yeah, John is walking a path of roses. Ah,
It's the second
that,
anchor,
that could be a twist.
and he's got considerable timing.
Mm-hmm.
And now he can, what's he got left? A 4?
He can do two
I mean,
things.
I'd slot the,
Yeah,
the
yep.
that
Purity.
you don't care if you get hit. You
No.
can always recirculate a checker.
Yeah. Ah, double 5. So,
That-
that's an
that's
ugly
a-
one.
A lot of freight, and that's leaving little Junior back here by himself, who could
Yep.
get. Now, if Alain could make the bar, perhaps.
He can't.
Perhaps.
Yeah, he can't.
Operable word.
I think I would slot the 5 here. Play 13-9 and slot the 5.
I agree.
You do?
I agree.
Okay, let's see.
That scares you,
Let's see. Let's see. Oh
Eight,
no!
4, 6, 5. It wants to go
Oh, it's even
full
wilder.
fourth there.
It's even wilder.
But I think the principle is essentially the same.
Yeah.
You got to build something. You don't care really if you get hit. You can recirculate checkers.
Yeah. Double slotting, triple slotting. You can afford to be. Okay, that's a good roll.
And again, along doesn't bother him in the least to be hit here.
No, but John should still hit, of course. He can't afford to get stuck.
Yeah, John would prefer not to hit, but he has to hit. Because he kind of falls. I mean, he's in a position of strength anyway, but he kind of falls into Alain's only game plan, only potential game plan is to recirculate checkers. Well, if things don't turn around, we're only going to get about a 30-minute movie for our entry fee tonight, you know?
Easy job.
Settle into your easy chair for a couple-hour match. And
This is pretty straightforward.
Checking on screen here.
I haven't, but I'll open it. Let's see.
But it's not over here. Black does have very good timing, reasonable timing. About 100 pips down. That's excellent, in fact, for a 3-1 back game. So it's certainly not over. Okay, purity is the key, so you slot the 4 is at least what I would do, yeah. Not quite mandatory, but the best play.
Just glanced over at the other match. It's 2-2, so they're much more of an even keel over there.
That could be a marathon.
That could be a marathon.
Here you can slot or make the deuce or clear. Yeah, clear the...
Take them all in is what the
Yeah.
computer would rather do, but I'm not sure that...
This is something where John should
I
be
think
on
most
familiar
people would
territory.
be tempted to make the 2.
Yeah, yes, I agree. It's a bit of a dilemma. It's a tough decision. Yeah, bearing in checkers against the back game structure is technically difficult.
Yes. And notoriously difficult for the bots to analyze.
Right. We should not even trust the bots too much. The 5 is...
That's forced. Essentially forced. Well, it is forced. Well, essentially forced. You could come off 8, but I don't think you want to do it.
You don't want to step into a... Because black has already developed a threatening board.
Which
so
could be
safety should be on John's mind.
easily expanded into a 5 prime or something.
Okay, do you leave your
I'd
checker
slide-
on the 18 or not is the question.
I leave it there just for what he
Yeah,
could roll
for certain rolls.
he could roll a 6-5.
Yes. Yes.
I leave it there. I slot the 3, and I don't know,
Lot the 3, yes.
and either play 8-6 or 12-10.
So pretty close. You can't go much wrong.
They're all close.
Alain needs to hope for a bit of a lucky break here.
He's got to go to the deuce.
Yeah.
5, 6.
What's that? 8, 5, 6.
They
Here
want
he.
to leave him the shot.
Yeah, he leaves
I
the shot
guess
here.
before he can.
Wow. Wow, that's a good play with the
That's a
fives
big play.
duplicated a bit.
With
Fives
the-
are duplicated. Okay, that's a great hit for Alain.
Now he just has little choice, I think. Well, he could. I don't know. I think I just come to the 9 and try to make sure I make that point. If he doesn't.
Yeah, there's a big difference in equity, but I wouldn't have known whether
Dan
Okay, so he's got chances here. Maybe cubing already.
got some serious chances.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's 12-10.
Yes. That was a missed cube, believe it or not.
Was it? Okay, and now it definitely got to send it now.
Yes, I agree.
At,
And can
at
you
this
take?
score, I mean,
Can you take this?
I
would you
doubt that he
dare?
can take it.
Would you dare take this?
I think there's no reason to take it.
Yeah, yeah, you can. Tricky though, tricky.
I doubt it, GG, because all of the other matches have started, and I don't think we want. She was asking if this ends real quickly, if we could move another match over here. You can, you can always move over to stream
Let's watch
2.
this one. Maybe it will take another hour.
Yeah, I hope it does.
Uh-huh.
I'm wishing no ill or goodwill to either,
Okay.
but we like to see good backgammon.
9 away, 2 away.
He's on the board.
10 away, 2
He's
away.
on the board. KG is in the house. Welcome, Kent. Yeah, if this ends early, we'll not move another one here. We'll just shut this one down. But stream 2 will be ongoing with a, extremely attractive match over there. Tony Bernaba from Lebanon and Johan Benell from Sweden in the undefeated bracket.
Is there a delay between what you see and what we see? there?
Yeah, you need to watch this.
Oh.
If you watch this, you'll get confused. Yeah.
Goes out to the public.
Ah, okay. I see. So a good start. White escaped with a 6-5 and played a 6-1. That's good. Black responded with a double 3. Now 3-2. Okay.
Okay.
Alain plays boldly, which is not what the computer prefers.
Uh-oh.
Choices.
The option.
John scratches
suspect
his
he'll
head.
take the, I would take the 5, but I think you're supposed to hit it.
Yep, you are.
That just seems such a, you got a big lead. Let's just cool it. But that's an error.
It's an error, yeah. John is not at the top of his form. But it's a long way to go in the fighters bracket, so I don't know how keyed up or how motivated players are, because they have such a long way to go. They need to win like 6 or 7 more matches.
Correct. Well, actually, this is round 256 in the second chance bracket. So it's 8.
8 more rounds.
To win the second chance, then you would have to play the final.
Okay, so I can understand that they're playing in a bit of a lackluster way. And of course it's a late night match.
Now, yes, someone recognized your voice and asked me, is that Michelle Lamotte? That is Michelle Lamotte. Jocks, JOX in the chat line. I'm not sure who that is.
Right.
But yes, it is. Michelle Lamotte has been kind enough to join us this evening. We appreciate that.
Michel Lamotte got annihilated in the first round, in the fighters, in the seniors. I was annihilated. I was like trembling on my legs. True, I was trembling, shaking like a leaf.
Bitten by a jellyfish like
Wait,
But
it's
you know,
worse.
Gigi,
I was molested.
Gigi makes the point that maybe a lot of the U.S. players have jet lag or something, but certainly a higher percentage of U.S. players than any other country probably came over a few days early to try to accommodate that
Of course.
time acclimation and whatever. A number of them were here Friday, Saturday.
That's the professional thing to do. If I go to the States for a tournament, I always go a week before. I need the time to get over the jet lag.
Yeah, and get in a little tourism while you're at it and
Road trip.
acclimate.
Yeah, I was also.
Redo our magic procedure on them.
Okay, so John's game plan is to escape his last checker.
I think to answer Gigi's question, again, how the U.S. players doing? The final 32, there are 5 U.S. players. Victor, Chris Trencher, Frank Frigo, John O'Hagan, and Steve Hammond. So,
Basically, the usual suspects.
Alain Babillon, yes, he's a very good player.
Alain is supposed to double here. Yep. White is on the bar against a 4-point board. So that means gammons should be, I would say, in the 30s range.
Yep, 29.94.
Ah, yes.
Very good.
I didn't see that, but yeah. Yeah.
Did we miss? Sax is still in it too. So,
yes,
so we
Steve
missed.
Sax.
So that is at 6. Thank you, Gigi. There are 6.
Okay, John, Alain took his time to cube,
And he's probably
tempting John into a take. John
was he
does
selling it? Perhaps.
Yeah.
Attempting to sell it.
What can he do with these deuces? Ah, yes, that looks a pretty play. Pretty.
Yeah, so it keeps escaping 5-6 out of play.
5-4 is a
5-4
great
you can
entry.
run.
If he
Gotta-
had danced, that could have been disaster in the air. And in the
misses
mid,
that.
a miss.
So I'm playing to the 4 and the 5 here, I think. Right.
Okay, it's not going Alain's way. A quick entry by John and a miss.
Oh, but he
Aha.
can't get by.
Yeah.
Just when you think all is well in the world. The dice gods say, hold my beer. I'll show you.
Hold my beer?
Yeah, it's like somebody will say something that kind of like they've achieved something or something, a dare or something, and somebody else, it'll say, hold my beer, like, I'll show you.
Okay.
So he misses it again.
So now if John can get to a position where he has a race lead, but he doesn't for the moment.
You know, Alain really needs to work on his marksmanship. You know, he's been terribly inaccurate shooting blots today.
So in lots of variations.
Nice number
Black
there.
crunch.
Very nice number. Just
So if black crunches and is then forced off his anchor, John, yeah, I don't know whether John should then double or play on for the gammon. We'll see what happens. Well,
I would.
John is considering whether he should play from the midpoint or from the 11 point. I think from the mid.
I would play from the mid, and XG thinks you should play from the mid. Seems the natural play.
Yeah, you.
I don't think you accomplish much being 7 or 9 away.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter much. because black is eager to escape from the anchor.
Small error, but an error nonetheless.
Ooh,
Ooh,
double
that's
five.
nice.
What a break. What a nice break for Alain. We're looking at the double. Oh, he already doubled. So that's good.
Yeah.
2 points in the making for Alain.
The rally continues.
Yes. Okay, so Alain is hanging in there. Okay, you diversify from
I'm
the
going to
11.
go to the 5 and play 11-10 virtually. But he takes 2 in. Not so sure about that. XG liked my play.
There's not much in it.
You know, some people have been talking during the couple of days. Why isn't there XG on stream too? You know, you have to. Well, it's an extremely labor-intensive and resource-intensive proposition to put an XG feed on a stream. You have to have a dedicated transcriber.
Yes.
And if you had 2, you probably have to have 3 because one to do each and then a backup. You got to have more computers. It's just
More staff.
more staff. It's just it's difficult.
But, yeah. To be honest, as a watcher of live streams, I personally enjoy it very much when there is XG feed. You can pause the video, try to reflect upon what you would do, and then check whether your decision was right or not. So you get immediate feedback, which is guaranteed to be correct. Because sometimes commentators can,
Well, you know, it really stifles commentators. I think you
That's
said
what
that in other words a bit earlier. It kind of stifles the commentator.
yeah, I feel it. I feel it. I'm like thinking, what would I do? And there's the solution. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And that's
For the
like I
viewers, it's
don't
interesting.
all that often look over at the thing, you know. No, you turned it off just to cough. Okay. I just glanced at it and thought it had been off.
Tara told me that.
Up is on, yeah. Okay.
I'm a quick learner.
Set of 5. So Alain has, you know, and look at this. John's luck has fallen considerably
Yeah,
from 7 to 5.
yeah, horrible.
And the score
horrible.
has
How unlucky can
tightened
you
a
be?
bit.
But John is definitely playing below his skill level.
Yeah, and someone had said, I don't know who it was, a Frenchman had said earlier that Alain's typically in the 4 range. John's typically below that. So they're both playing not at their best, perhaps. And oftentimes that's not a function of them. It's just some games are more difficult than other games, more challenging in certain regards.
Okay, so 8 away, 2 away now. So typically at these scores, when you consider doubling, you can guesstimate what your own gammons are, and you don't have to worry about the gammons against. So let's see what Alain can come up with. Double 2s is great. You make 2 points. Beautiful. John looking for a 4. 6-2, that's great. Anchors up on the 18.
Yeah.
Ooh, big sigh of relief for John. Okay, Alain, is it time to try and escape? I'm not sure. But I think I would venture it, personally. But it's not correct, I now see. 2318 is a big mistake. That's why I'm not a grandmaster.
That's why you're commentating.
Yeah. That's why I'm not a grandmaster. You know, these are interesting positions. I would think But the back checker is a bit stuck, but the race is too close, apparently.
That was way down the list. It's not even in the top 6.
No, no, it was a blunder. Still, I would love to escape as black. Is this a 5-1?
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
steps up, allowing 6 to permit him to escape. And it served him well because the otherwise he's pointed on.
The 9
Could
point
have
was
made
an
the
option.
9.
The 9 point was an option. John played it really quickly. I think the 9 point was better. You see? But I'm not sure.
4-2.
Interesting. The XG feed is gone now. Oh no.
He rolls 6.
It's wow, the 9 point what? Ah, this is already the next roll. The transcriber was a bit too fast for us there. I didn't see. At 4-2, I think I would have made the 9 instead of the deuce. But don't ask me why. Block back checker. Okay,
Okay.
that's a good one. Well, there's okay. Now he has no choice.
The dice guy just telling him, you screwed up last time, I'm going to give
Yeah.
you another shot.
It happens. I sometimes have that. My opponent rolls something, and I see that he makes the wrong move, and then the next roll he rolls it again, and then of course there's no other option but to make the right move.
Okay.
Okay.
One hoping to be missed. Has a wee bit of a hip count advantage.
Okay, a typical holding game with an equal race. Alain counts.
I don't think he has. No, he
No,
doesn't
nothing,
have it yet.
nothing.
I mean, as itchy as his trigger finger might be,
No.
it's,
Typically in those situations you need like a 13 pip lead. So Alain needs 13 pips to be able to cube.
well, and as our overall or our cumulative, larger gross number reduces, that number of 13 may fall a bit, right? I mean, if we at 120 pips, one thing, at 80 pips, we probably don't need quite as much, right?
Well, no, because if you are only 80 pips, that means your timing is worse. So that probably means if the race is so close, if you are down to 80 pips, that means you have probably lost all kinds of flexibility. So the longer the race, the more robust your position is. You have more spares on the mid, and there's a double 5 by John. So I think the shorter the race, if you still have your midpoint against the 18 point, it probably means that all your other checkers are already in your board.
Correct.
So that means less flexibility.
Right.
So it's
Good point.
better to have a longer race, in fact.
Okay, so John's
John
set of
he can cube. Well,
12.
12 pips is a close bargain, but technically I think this is a cube.
Double pass,
It's even a pass.
thin pass.
So this is one of those situations where the trailer, it's not because you are down in the match that you can take deeper. You can say, well, if I get a 2 cube, I can ship it back to 4. Okay, but if you win 4 points, you are still underdog. 4 away, 2 away. This is one of John's strengths,
Yeah, John is regarded probably as the best, I don't know what word I'm looking, mathematician in the game.
Yeah. I know, I took lessons from John.
Yeah.
And the
he's
way he calculates like recube vig and stuff like that, it's yeah.
Oh, I've been in a couple of lectures where he's like, I remember one time so vividly in Chicago, Phil's giving a lecture, and he's putting up some various positions and making some points, and maybe it's a position like this, and he says, Now, what do you think your winning chances are? And everybody kind of sitting there like this. And he's Ernst and John sitting there. John, what are you thinking? Well, you know, here it's what 80.1 or something. And he looks at me. Oh, I don't know. I'd say maybe 79.8 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just right on. It's uncanny almost.
Yes. Now, this is also interesting because we can see, or we saw, that it's in fact like a 35 millipoint pass. But being Alain,
And
Alain is not a computer.
right.
But
He lets
does,
it go.
He does make
Well,
a
you know, and
technically
that's
correct
an interesting
decision.
point because a good friend of mine and someone you certainly know the name of and so forth is Ray Fogel. Now, he's not the greatest. He's not the greatest technical player, but he knows the intricacies of the game and of playing people as well or better than anybody. And he says, you know, if XG says it's a .02 error in my play or .03 error, he says that's fine with me. He said I'm not playing XG, I'm playing humans, and they're not gonna. It's not gonna be an error against a human. You know?
Oh, I know. I'm a great fan of Ray Vogelen's way of thinking. And he knows he is probably a 5+ PR player, but he has other skills, you know.
It's all the intangibles of the game.
Yes. I know. Okay, so now we are in the Crawford game, 8 away. Oh, what is it? Is it correct? 8 away, yes.
Yes.
So Alain should go aggressively for the gammon, if possible, without sacrificing
Without compromising his winning
his
chances.
winning chances, yes. Okay, but yeah, play 2 down. And a dance, okay. A good omen. Okay, do you
Now
make
he's
the
got
9?
to step up to the
Really?
22.
No, there's no rush. Well, there is a rush. There is.
Yeah,
You
he
are
needs to
right.
get up.
I would have made the 9 point. You see?
I think this is
That's how my
this would have
PR
been my play, and I think XG agreed. You needed to step up to get out.
Okay. I would have been torn between making the 9 and stepping up. Aha, what's this?
You know, and to answer Gigi's question real quick, I was talking about John being the best mathematician or whatever, and she said better than Steve Sachs or Art Benjamin, and that's in backgammon and over the board analyses, probably yes. You know, nobody's a better mathematician than Art Benjamin is, but you know, in this specific little niche, I think O'Hagan's the best mathematician of sorts.
I won't contradict you. Okay, good things are happening for John here. Look, there's a 5 prime. Alain would love to come in with a deuce.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna need an
Oi,
anchor.
look, that's a funny one. You would love to, yeah, you need to play to the 18 and because you have no other race, I think. Oh, 13-6. Ah,
Well, my thought is, I mean, the only way Alain's going to win this game, I think, is he's going to have an anchor. Right? So does he
no, not
expose
necessarily,
checkers?
not necessarily.
Maybe
The
not,
race is
but
close.
soon.
Aha, wow. Okay, no hesitation. With
Okay.
John the genius.
Alain needs that entry, doesn't get it.
No,
So
not
this
looking good. This spells trouble for the Frenchman.
make the deuce.
Out, right?
He's up to 79% winning chances.
Mm-hmm. Come on, John, don't get fancy. Desperate times for Alain Babillon. Ah,
He's
wow,
in.
that's a good one.
And
we
he can hit the 3,
yes.
which accomplishes what he wants to accomplish. And if he gets hit, he has the opportunity to make an anchor.
Yep.
Now there it opens up all types of possibilities
Yes,
here.
pick and pass and stuff. Yeah, 4-1 is one of those. Good
4-2.
entry for John.
So he's going to be attacking.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. A choice of deuces. Hard to.
It's funny when we
hard
get
to-
these transcribers. I was watching him run higher analyses on several of the positions. They fairly quickly determine that these gaming computers that we use for this are extremely fast.
Yeah.
And they start playing all sorts of games, analyzing positions over.
Yeah, they're right. They're right. Especially if the player is taking his time to consider.
Right, gives them time to do so.
Okay. Wow, 6-4.
That's about as good as it gets, and
Wow,
he's got
this is
several.
good.
He's got several rolls ahead of him, probably to roll a 6. He's got some timing.
Yep, and there are gammons. Do you slot?
No, I come down.
Because 6s are duped if you slot, and you risk maybe too much.
Yeah, I
These
think I
options-
played to the 11 and 9.
Okay. Alain's considering it.
Yeah,
I agree.
This is me,
Right.
and I have 3 builders working on the bar.
14.
Needs a 6. Doesn't have it yet. Now go to the 10. Well, but it dupes the ace, so perhaps you do that.
What's the roll?
2-1. Where's the 2? I can see it now. Oh, it's in the logo. 2-1.
Now he goes for the slot.
Okay, so now he should make a prime, although the 6 are duped. Okay,
There's the 6
he
prime.
makes that. So he's still got, what, 2 or 3 rolls to roll a 6 probably.
That's a good ace. Reduces the gammons.
Okay, that's fine.
Prime
Let
versus
him
prime.
hit you and then dance for a while and let him crunch. Oh, that moves a lot of freight.
1, 2.
So he's in crunch mode next roll.
Yes, that's but he saved probably all the gammons. Unless he leaves another blot in board, the gammons can't be more than 5% if black can achieve a closeout.
Aloha, Maui Joy.
Looks like game over, unless Alain needs to avoid an ace here. He does.
Yeah, now the crunch begins.
Okay, so that's another game for Alain, but no gammon.
And he'll be odd away, so the next game will be played legitimately and no free drop. So-
But Alain could still get a shot at another blot, you know, a 6-4
possibility,
or
yeah.
a 5-4. Would have,
Okay.
like here.
A6, so that possibility still exists.
Yes.
Even double 3s. Oh,
Uh-oh,
there's 6s,
okay.
so he can just bring it around. Yeah, do that. He might roll a 1-4 or something.
Yes.
4-1.
Yeah.
Give it another shot. Go to 4 and 5. Yeah. Actually, 4 and 5 is correct, as we might expect. No downside to taking one more flyer at a.
Well, there might be if you roll something like double 4s or double 5s afterwards. That's the downside. There is a bit of a downside. You see, if he makes the correct play, 8, 4, 6, 5, and then rolls double fives.
Yeah.
See now, double fours, double fives. Okay, but the downside is small with the opponent having an open 6-point, I guess.
And albeit extremely small chances of gammoning, there's the rare gammon, right? It's 2.3%, but
Could happen.
people have
like it.
accomplished things with smaller percentages, but he gets in on the roll that clears the 6. So, as one might anticipate, we thought it'd be a bit of a longer match, despite that 9-0 early lead.
Yeah, we thought it would have been over quite quickly. But Alain is hanging in there. Now he will be,
Okay.
what is it, 7 away, 1 away? So,
Buckle your seatbelts, because it's the ride's fixing to get a little faster.
yeah.
And they were both playing a bit high for themselves early on, but they've worked it down. They're both slightly below 4 now.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so here we are, 10-4. Well, like we said, these guys are both, no disrespect intended, grizzled old veterans. They've seen it all. They've experienced all. They're not going to get rattled. They're not going to get, I don't know what we say. They're not going to resign in frustration or something. They're going to play it to the end.
Yeah.
Lance over here, I think the other guys, they're back at it now. They're still, I perhaps need to
Ooh,
refresh
that's
that.
a long way to go there.
I think I just needed to refresh it. Yeah, 8-2 Benel.
So I'm curious whether Alain will postpone cubing. Yeah, there's no need to cube now. I know the cube is automatic, but why cube if you have no market losers? Remember that John's take point is probably something like 4%. Barring gammons, of course. You have to calculate gammons. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that starts it.
Okay.
Now, given, what is this?
No cube, no cube. You can wait.
3-2,
especially
he's going
now-
to take the anchor,
Yeah,
which
no.
precludes
Yeah.
much gammon risk. And to the 6.
So Alain can afford to play bold since he doesn't mind losing a gammon. Wow, that's a great one for John. And does he
Makes
now
the
make
five.
a 5? He does. But he could have made the 11 instead, apparently. Okay,
Okay.
interesting game, maybe.
3-2. And if he can just make the bar, he's got some blocking potential.
Yep. This is a decision,
Is there-
apparently.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
any choice. Although XG wanted 24-18.
Yeah, Extreme wants to come out. Amazingly enough.
John's going to give him spare to recirculate.
Yeah. So in contrast with the other game we saw, with the 1-3 back game, where Alain had a 100 pip deficit, which is perfect for a 1-3 back game. Here he has a 1-2 back game, so he should at least have also something like 100 pips deficit. to have a well-timed backgammon, so he cannot play a backgammon, in fact, with only 25 pips difference. So that's probably why the computer wanted to jump out with the 4-2. One, 3. Aha. Wow. Okay.
Again, he doesn't want to give Alain any more checkers back.
No, but it's not a correct decision.
Was it not?
No. It was 44% mistake. Okay, what do we have here? A priming move. Priming. Yes. Yeah. Well, he thinks about it. He has 10 minutes. John needs to pace himself a bit. He made a mistake in one of the early games by playing too quickly.
Look at that.
Great one.
That's a nice roll.
But yeah, I'm trying to test myself here and guess what Black's winning chances are. What is it, 20? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What are Black's winning chances?
83. Or no, well, 17.
17.
Before that.
Okay, good, not bad. And the 6 prime, yeah. Curtains, maybe.
Well, I
Probably,
wouldn't
yeah.
mind
No,
dancing a few more rolls, but
No,
Whoa,
Alain
whoa,
needs
whoa.
to come in with the ace.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah.
but he would.
Yeah.
He's going to end up crunching.
Yeah. This
Um,
looks very bad.
So this looks
Hopeless.
hopeless.
Yeah.
Approaching hopeless.
6-1. So now he can do like kamikaze plays, I would say.
Just
Slot everything.
make him hit.
2-1 would be nice to have a triple back game. 2-3. 2. That's a good play. I like it. Wow. John gives up his 6 prime to hit on the 3-point. Apparently that's a good find. Yes. I would play 7-2.
Play it to 7-2. He has no choice but to hit you if he's leaving, right? Here you could roll a 2-6. If you play it the other way,
Yeah.
he has no choice.
Okay.
There's funny thing at our Texas tournament 10 years ago or so. Ray was playing Mochi in dual fight. And it was kind of a hopeless situation for Ray, but he needed some recirculation of checkers and buy some time. Right? So he ends up, he has Mochi in the air, puts a blot on every one of Mochi's homeboard points.
Right.
Mochi rolls double aces, hits 4 of them. And Ray figures, well, that's okay. You know, I've got all the timing in the world now. I've got 4 checkers in the air, you know, to Mochi's best 5-point board. Ray rolls double aces, brings them all right back in. So then he crunches. He felt real good about getting them all hit and then brings them all in on one roll.
Okay, so John has killed his 6s, which is a typical stratagem in those positions. Black still has no killed checkers. I wouldn't give up yet as Black.
No, and then,
You see, 20% is a lot.
yeah,
But
that hurts.
That hurts a lot.
That hurts big
that
time.
goes down from 20 to what?
7 or something. I don't know.
7. Okay.
Maybe,
that's a
I don't
good
know.
guess, Bill.
Haven't seen yet, but
No. Yeah, this looks pretty hopeless. This must be less than 5%.
yeah, right at 5.4.
Alain is looking a bit despondent.
Yes, he. But again, this is one game that you can play to the end, play the last
Yeah,
roll.
yeah. And 6% is a lot. Well, it's a lot. It's not. It's not a lot, but
But it's not zero.
it's not zero. It's 1 in 20, and we all know that strange things can happen. Look.
Well,
Yeah.
here we go. And he's bringing out, he's going to try to contain as best he can. He'll spread checkers out
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can find the up-to-date current brackets at BackgammonWorldChampionship.com or BWCMC.com. That acronym stands for Backgammon World Championship Monte Carlo. So go to BWCMC.com, and then there's a big tab right there in front of your face for brackets.
Do you know what time it starts?
12, I
2
guess?
p.m., I'm fairly certain.
Noon, I think I saw on the sheets. No,
I don't know. Well, you have to go check real quick.
Yeah, but-
Ask Arda or GoCon or Kader, any of them will tell you.
Oh, look.
Because we need to pass that on to our viewers.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to get in any worse position, right?
No, but I wouldn't despair.
So, nah, it's not like your condition worsened because of you having 2 checkers in here.
Sometimes people will say, well, that's it. That's the match. Well, it isn't.
3 of them. And where I always use,
look,
where
look.
there's a gap, there's hope.
Right. And now let's say something with a deuce leaves a shot. 6-2. What is it? 4-2. Do I see that right? No,
4-2 will
is
come
fine.
off.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
6-5. You
look
see?
here.
Look at that.
Quad shot.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah. If Alain can hit and maybe hit a second checker, but
Might result.
no such luck. Wow. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What now? 1.
1. I think you go ahead and take those 2 to the 3.
Yeah,
Just play with 1 checker
I agree.
as best you can. He'll go fishing for more, but
But lots of things can still happen.
with you crunch, there's you can open up the ace and deuce trying to make him play aces and deuces, but there's nothing to contain anything. He's just going to run around.
Yeah, that's why black should aim at making points in the outfield.
Yeah, to try to maybe make it where he has to play an ace or a deuce.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think it's 2.
Okay.
And I think
Okay, here, look. This is already this is very interesting. Well, I thought it was interesting, but in fact it isn't, because all the plays are close. I would have spent minutes here trying to figure something out.
so. As we perhaps approach the conclusion of this match,
Yeah, 6-1.
I will.
You good?
This will end streaming on stream 1 tonight. Still a great match going on stream 2. Johan Benel and Tony Bernaba. Phil is commenting on that match. 8-3 Johan. So that we'll finish that one up tonight, and then we start anew at 1400 tomorrow, 2 p.m. in Monaco, 7 a.m. for you Central Standard people like Ian Terry. 8 a.m. in the
like
east.
a 4-1. 4-1, for instance. is
4-1,
already-
exactly.
So things like that can release a
And
second
he's
checker.
he's
Deuce, keep hitting, yeah.
he's allowed for that possibility by leaving leaving the deuce point or unblocking the deuce point.
So
4-1.
yeah. Oh. You see, his winning chances have gone up from 5 to 10%. 5, yes, and stay, yeah. Yeah,
4-1. Now, how about
maybe
leave the
yeah.
ace? Because then you get 3-2 as well as
Not
4-1.
correct. It's not correct. But I would have considered that too. Or a 3-2.
Exactly.
With a 3-2, he could have gotten a second checker. Yeah, these are technical stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what you are supposed to look
You
for.
double the number, right? From 4-1 to 4-1 and 3-2.
Yeah. Yeah. You are dependent on like single rolls, like a 3-2 or 4-1.
Yeah, maybe I'm not surprised. I was wondering, do you, oh, damn.
On a 1-point board.
I'm thinking, do you want to, and in view of that, hindsight's great. I was thinking, do you want to actually hit that checker, 4-3.
Okay, we are close. This must be 2% now or less.
3-1.
3-1. Do you hit or not? It probably doesn't matter.
I would,
It does. It does a bit.
conceptually, I would say don't hit. But who knows? 7443 XG wants you to hit, but it's like 001. It just doesn't matter really.
No. But John is going to spend some time.
Well, it's interesting. Even and it's good. It's good practice, right? He never wants to make an error. He always wants to play his best, and that's true of other world-class players. And that kind of discipline. I mean, backgammon is a game of very fine margins, And I want to split those two checkers.
Yes, probably. But no, the computer doesn't. Apparently, I don't think it all matters much. But I would also be tempted to look at tactical possibilities.
I'd at least move one of them out just so I have a little bit more flexibility when I want to do it. Don't you think? I want to get it down to 2 checkers so I can do whatever I please.
Okay, the 4 needs to go from the 24. But winning chances
we're
are
up,
so
I
slim.
want to thank everyone for viewing this. 400 viewers tonight, a little over. So we're having some tremendous viewership numbers in these early round matches, and thanks to all of you for doing this. We've got 400 here and almost 200 on stream 2 at the moment. Okay, he gets one last shot. Misses it. Now he's got to stay with 2 of them. Hope for aces or deuces.
Yeah, make the 6. You never know. Aces or deuces. Alain. It's
Oh,
over.
good match. Congratulations to John O'Hagan.
Yep.
Thank you, Kent. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Now, join me in rushing over to stream 2 to see the conclusion of the Johan Benel Tony Bernaba match. So,
Isn't Phil commentating on that?
huh?
Isn't Phil commentating?
Yeah, right there. Go over and join him if you want. He'll
appreciate
he'll welcome you.
Thanks very much.
Tell them we're going to be shutting
Yeah,
down
we're
stream 1.
we're shutting down stream 1.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah, go over and watch stream 2. Johan Benel and Tony Bernaba. And we're shutting down stream 1. We'll be back at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We'll advise everyone in the morning what those matches are. We got to see the results of all of the matches tonight. Good night.
So that always raises the PR. Okay. All right.
It was too strong for me.
Well, it was.
Too much.
All right. Thank you.